Hi, Tanner. How are you today? My name is Kate, and I'm wondering if you know why you're here.
Well, my parents are fighting a lot.
Okay, so what my role is to help you come up with a safety plan so that we can keep you safe when your parents are fighting. And I just need to tell you, so while we're talking, a lot of the stuff between us is going to be confidential, but there are going to be some times where I might have to tell people about what we talk about. And so if you're going to be harm to yourself or to someone else, I might need to tell someone so that we can keep you safe. And the same goes if somebody is going to hurt you, then we really need to talk to someone to put a plan in order so that you can stay safe. Is that okay? Okay. And the other thing is, here at my work, sometimes we as a team talk about what we have talked about with our clients so that we can get new ideas as to how to help our clients and further the plan, the safety plan. So is that all right with you? Okay, and the last thing is, if I get subpoenaed to court and I have to talk in front of a judge, they might want me to go and talk about your family just so they can get a better idea of the situation, or they might want my notes. But if that happens, we'll talk about it first, and then you'll have a heads up as to what they're going to know, all right? Okay, so my role is basically to help you come up with a plan. I'm sure you're already doing some stuff at your house to kind of keep yourself safe while your parents are fighting. But we're going to kind of refine that and come up with some new strategies so that you can stay safe and then help your mom to stay more safe. Is that okay? Okay, so do you know what a safety plan is? Do you know what a fire drill is? So tell me a little bit about what you know about fire drills.
Something we usually practice at school, like there's a fire. How we get out of school.
Perfect. So a safety plan is similar to that. So you're going to want to know, how you know that the fire is there, or in this case, how you know when the violence in your house is going to happen, when your parents are going to argue. We're going to talk about where you can go to stay safe, whether it be in the house or outside or whatever, and also who you can call in those situations so that you can stay safe and you can keep your mom safe as well, right? So I'm just wondering, are there things that you do now, like when your parents start fighting, what do you do in those situations?
Well, my dad usually tells me to go to my room, but I usually just go around the corner.
Okay, out of sight from them, or?
Yeah.
Okay, and where do they usually, is there a place in the house where they usually fight, or?
The kitchen or like the living room.
Okay, and are those right beside each other in the house?
Yeah.
Okay, so you go around the corner, which is towards what?
Like near my bedroom. So my dad thinks I go to my bedroom, but I don't.
Right. And I'm just wondering, is there somehow that you know when the fights are going to start, or do they just kind of sporadically happen?
Usually when dad has a bad day at work. Like when he comes home upset, that's really
Right. So you can tell he's upset?
Yeah.
And how do you tell?
He starts like yelling at mom.
So it happens kind of right away?
Yeah.
Okay. And then that's when you go around the corner?
He usually tells me to sit there.
Yeah. And is it just you and your mom and your dad, or? Okay. So, when you go around the corner, what do you do? Do you just stand there, or what happens? Walk us through that.
Sometimes I listen to what he's saying.
Okay. And why do you think you do that?
I like to know what's going on.
Right.
Just in case.
In case of what?
Sometimes my dad hits me.
Okay, so you kind of want to know what happens with your mom. Make sure that she's okay? Okay. And if your dad hits your mom, is there anything that Like, do you do something different then, or what do you do in those cases? Yeah.
Sometimes I'll go out there and tell him to stop, but he just doing something.
Okay, and then what do? Do you go to your room?
I stay in my room after that.
Okay. So you kind of get in the middle of it and then go to your room when he tells you. And does that ever make you afraid when he tells you to stay out of it and go to your room?
Well, then I can't help it.
Right. And in those cases, is there someone that you can call?
My mom just told me to call my mom.
Have you done that? No. Why not?
It's scary.
Right. It is.
So you haven't gone over like what they know about the abuse, so why it happens, and then how they feel about the abuser, and talking about not becoming involved. So she mentioned she is involved.
Okay, so when your dad hits your mom, it's really important for you to kind of stay out of it, because it's not your fault. It is between your parents, and it's nothing to do with you, right? And we want to keep you safe, and your mom. So it's really important for you to stay out of it so that you can stay safe, so that your mom can, you can help your mom, right? So I'm wondering, how you feel about your dad.
I like him. We have a good relationship, and he's not angry.
Okay.
But when he's in a bad mood, he doesn't really talk to me at all.
So he's your dad, right? And so when he's not angry, is there stuff that you guys, like, have you talked to him about how you feel when he's angry?
No.
Okay. And have you talked to your mom about how you feel?
I have talked to my mom.
Okay, and what did she say?
She says to just stay out.
Right. So you want to help your mom. So you said you go to your room after your dad tells you to go the second time, usually. So I'm wondering how close your room is to, like, an exit to go outside.
Pretty close. There's a wall that kind of divides the kitchen and my room.
Okay.
So the door is right at the end.
Okay. Now, would you consider leaving, like, going outside if it escalated? If your parents got really into it?
Yeah.
Okay. And do any of your neighbors know about what's going on at your house? Okay, so where would be somewhere that you could go outside that you would be safe, and then your mom would know about it so that she could meet with you there?
We have, like, by our fire pit, there's just like a gazebo.
So there's a gazebo out there. Okay. So then we can talk about this safety plan with your mom and tell her that that's where you're going to go. So then if she's looking for you, she knows where to find you, right? Because that will help you and her to meet up. And if you go out to the gazebo, would you consider calling the police or 911?
I guess so.
Okay. And we can practice and talk more about calling the police or ambulance or whoever, right? And we can talk to your mom about it if she feels comfortable with that as well. And I want you to know that you're not alone in this. I'm here to help, and there's always people that are there to support you, especially with if you're calling 911 or whoever, right? They're there to help you and your mom and keep you guys safe, right? So you're never alone in it. There's always someone that you can talk to about it. Help.
So don't get in the middle. Go over that again, and then you're not to blame. Reiterate that.
So again, instead of maybe going and, like, when your dad hits your mom, as you said, you can go out to the gazebo, and then that way you're not really getting in the middle of it, and then that way it'll keep you safe and you won't be hurt in the process. And remember, this isn't your fault. It's something between your parents, and they need to work it out. Maybe they need to get some help as well to figure out their problems, but you coming here and discussing the safety plan with me really is going to help your mom to keep you safe, and that's what's probably forefront in her mind. She wants to make sure you're okay, right? What am I missing?
You've done all the core safety plan stuff, so you're just going on to closing now. So we're going to review it with your mom. Should they have a copy, and then end on a positive note.
So, like I said before, we'll get your mom in here and we'll talk about your safety plan so that she knows what you and I have discussed in here as well, and then that way she can really make sure that you're staying safe, right? So, do you understand all the things we talked about today?
So, like, when I sit around the corner, I like to listen to what they're talking about.
Okay.
Instead, like, when my dad does hit my mom, instead of going in there, I should go outside.
Yes. Right. Because that's the place that you said you would be safe from harm, right? And then your mom can find you right there. Okay? And do you have any other questions about what we talked about today? Okay, so what we talked about was really, kind of heavy stuff, getting into what's going on in your family. So I'm just wondering if you wanted to do something else, like draw or talk about what you're doing this weekend, or you want to draw? Okay, sounds good.